Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3.
Yes, that
My
sounds
mic
fantastic. My
nice.
mic sounds
Check one.
nice. Check one.
My mic sounds nice.
Check
two.
two.
My mic sounds nice.
Energy, baby.
Are you ready?
Tell them folks it's bedtime, lights out.
Cheers, everybody. Welcome to the Cool Soror Show presented by Cricket Wireless. Can y'all make some noise for me? Oh, I need energy. No, you can do better than that. Y'all make some noise for me. Thank you. My name is Rashan Ali, and I'm so very excited to be here today to interview some incredible women. So if you have not heard of the Cool Soror Show, this is an opportunity for me to interview women and men in Black Greek-led organizations, and also people who are just enamored of the HBCU culture. I also interview cool people. We have a cool person coming up a little bit later on, but right now I am joined by Sonja Stills, who is the commissioner for the MEAC conference. Can we show her some love right now? Y'all show her some love right now. Sonja Stills, Miss Stills,
Yes,
I'm going to address you properly.
Oh my goodness.
Welcome to the show, and you are
Thank you.
Cool Soror of what sorority?
Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.
Yes. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for the invitation.
How you feeling on this beautiful MEAC SWAC Challenge Day?
Besides melting,
Yes.
you know, it's great. I'm so excited. I am
Yes.
really excited. This is one thing I've been looking forward to all summer, so
Yes.
I'm glad I'm here.
Absolutely, absolutely. I want to go back to when you were named the commissioner of the MEAC conference.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about your journey and how you even got to that point. Can you tell us a little bit about your journey?
Sure. I mean, it's weird because my background, you know, my education is in counseling.
Oh, wow.
You know, I got my undergraduate degree from Old Dominion University. I got my master's from Hampton, all in counseling. And I kind of always say I fell into athletics. And so one of the women that I worked under, she moved to athletics and I wanted to do it. I had fun and I was able to start the athletic academic support program at Hampton University. And then from there on, I worked for Dr. Dennis Thomas, who was the former commissioner, was the athletic director at the time. And then when he left to become the commissioner, he told me to come on and get paid for what you're worth now.
Wow.
And so I just like, hey, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm coming. And from then on, I just excelled up the ladder, and now I'm the commissioner.
Yeah. So what does it feel like for you to know that you have been or are an influence to so many other young women who want to follow in your footsteps? What does that feel like? Do you take that on every day?
I do. I think it was very important, you know, when I got this position is to make opportunities for other women. One of the things in being in the conference office is I was over the professional development workshop, Women in Athletics. And so providing those opportunities for women to network and, you know, and putting my staff together, it was intentional. I have
Yes.
more women in the office than I do men. So it's very important so that, you know, young females can see themselves
Yeah.
in me, because even though I am the first, I will not be the last.
You will not be the last.
That's right.
Absolutely not. What's a day in the life of a commissioner? Like, all I can see is like you putting out fires or creating solutions. What is it like for you day to day?
You got that
I
right.
did it right?
Yeah, you did exactly right.
Right?
You know, I have 8 bosses, you know, of our elite 8 member institutions. So, you know, just pushing the strategy that we have. You know, we just released our strategic and long range plan, and just making sure that we're staying focused, finding revenue generation opportunities for the conference and the members, because what we want to do is provide opportunities that eliminate line items for our institution so they can concentrate on other things like improvement on facilities or scholarships and that type of thing.
Yeah. So, you know, with so many teams, you know, coming and leaving conferences, how do you make sure that you keep the integrity of the MEAC up and positive?
So one of the things is make sure that we have a shared vision.
Okay.
A shared vision of where we want to go. And that was part of the strategic and long range plan that we've done. And then making sure our current members are happy. You know, we are strong as a 8 member institutions. And as long as we have that commitment of where we're going to go together, we'll be fine.
Yes. Director of esports is one of the things that's on your resume as well. What does that entail? Because esports is really, really, really growing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's $1 billion industry. And so one of the things when we started it, it was a part of the COVID, and having something, for the students to do. And then it grew into a conference initiative from the presidents and chancellors, and trying to find more diversity within gaming. And then for, to understand that it's more than just being behind the game controller, it's about being behind the scenes, making the music and finding, more positive females within the gaming, games itself. And so there's so much that we can do. And so I'm really excited to where we've been in a couple of years to where we are, that we've been 2 seasons of conference play with Howard University always winning right now. So I'm looking to see what's going on.
Yes. Take me back to those days at Old Dominion when you became a member of Delta Sigma Theta. Now, did you choose Delta Sigma Theta or did Delta Sigma Theta choose you?
I chose Delta Sigma Theta.
Nice.
When I was a freshman, my first boyfriend, he was a Q.
See, it's something about them Omegas.
Them dogs. And so, I was around the Deltas and I just seeing them with the community and what they're doing. I was like, I have to be a part of that. And I actually was a Sigma Dove.
Really?
Yes, I was a Sigma Dove, but I knew where I wanted to be was a Delta.
Yeah, good. And I'm sure the things that you were able to learn in undergrad, and obviously our sororities are lifelong sororities.
Absolutely.
You're able to carry what you learned then into what you do now. What are some of those transferable skills that you use now that you learned back then?
So one of the things is what I really, really liked about being in a sorority and even when I was a sweetheart is that community connection.
Yes.
And that was very important. So anything that we can do as a conference is giving back. And, when we have our basketball tournament in Norfolk, we don't want, the fans to come, but we also want to be able to give back, whether that's through our reading program that we have with the public school system or whether that's youth clinics and that type of thing. But we really always want to be able to give back to the community.
Yeah. So as a commissioner, how can you not have favorites in your conference? Like, how do you stay neutral?
Girl, I am neutral.
Okay.
Until today.
Okay.
Today, I'm all about the bison.
Yes.
What I say today, the real HU, even though I did go to Hampton.
You did go to Hampton.
But the real HU is today.
Yes.
About to whoop up on some Hornets.
Yes.
We're about to do our thing.
Right. What is most exciting about these classics? When we bring these two institutions together, what is most exciting for not only you, but this culture?
Being from an HBCU, it doesn't matter what HBCU you're from.
Absolutely.
It's a family.
It is.
It's bringing that HBCU culture. It's always a homecoming. And so it's really, really exciting when you get to this space and everybody has that HBCU pride. Everybody shows it. And it's great that everybody can see that on a national platform, thanks to ESPN.
Yes.
So I'm really excited about that.
Yes. What is your personal mantra? What do you, when you wake up in the morning, you're like, okay, this is what I need to say to myself to make sure that I can achieve the goals that I'm trying to achieve today. What is that? What is something that you tell yourself daily?
Get up. I think that's one of the things is how to just, girl, you can do it.
Yeah.
It's fine. Put on some Lizzo, get that energy. It's all about music. That's the soundtrack to life.
Yes.
And so just put on that high energy music and just let's do it. Let's do it.
And you are doing just that. We're so very thankful that you are leading the way for not only Black women, but women in general, seeing what you do. Like, do you know how big it is?
Sometimes I don't. When they say commissioner, I'm like, who they talking to?
Yes.
But I'm slowly settling in.
Yeah.
And I'm just so pleased that I'm able to be a part of this HBCU culture and just doing what I need to do to help us all.
It's like one big old hug.
Yes.
One big old hug. Before we let you go, I always ask my guests, what is your definition? It's the Cool Soror podcast.
Yes.
What is your definition of cool?
Oh my gosh, cool. look, going with the flow.
Yeah.
Nothing's bothering you.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
just having a good time. You work hard, but you play even harder.
You play even harder.
That's right.
I love it. Can we show some love to Commissioner Sonja Stills? She's the commissioner of the MEAC conference. Well, good luck to the Bison today.
That's right.
Yes.
Let's go.
Let's go. We'll have more coming up next on the Cool Soror Show, presented by Cricket Wireless.
Thank you.
This beat is made to entice.
All righty. Welcome to the Cool Soror Show. Yes. I love it. Presented by Cricket Wireless and the Cool Soror podcast, where we interview men and women in Black Greek letter organizations or people that are just enamored with the HBCU culture. But I always have that cool person that I like to invite on the show, and we call it the Cool People segment on the Cool Soror podcast. And joining me is a WWE superstar. I mean, and she's beautiful, and she has a belt. She's gonna tell us all about it. Please show some love to Bianca Belair. Yes.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good, feeling great, and just excited to be here today.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, tell us how this all started. I mean, first of all, you're a WWE superstar, but you're a multi-sport athlete growing up. How did you even start the WWE process? How'd that happen?
Well, my journey into WWE is a little unique and different. I didn't really grow up watching WWE.
Right?
I watched it with my brother when we fought over the remote and he won. I would watch it with him. But
Okay.
I was into track, into gymnastics, like Dominique Dawes and FloJo and Gail Devers were my role models. So
Okay.
I ran track, I did gymnastics, I played basketball, I played every sport in the book, but I was a collegiate hurdler. I went
wow.
to, my freshman year, I kind of went all over the world. My freshman year, I went to University of South Carolina. Then sophomore year, I went to Texas A&M. Then I finished off at the University of Tennessee.
Okay.
But I ran hurdles and kind of went all over the place with that. And then afterwards, I really missed that competitive atmosphere. Got into CrossFit and powerlifting. And through that, a Hall of Famer named Mark Henry saw a video of me online and was like, "Hey, you look like a WWE superstar. Have you ever thought about being a WWE superstar?" He said, "I can get you a tryout, but I can't get them to hire you." And it took 2 tryouts, and now I'm here. So I just capitalized on the opportunity.
Right. And then doing it as a Black woman. How does that feel, knowing that you're representing so many of us who aspire to not only do what you do, but to do things similar in a space like that?
I mean, ever since I came into WWE, one of my main goals was to bring more of the culture into WWE. And I love when there's events like today where I feel like both of my worlds collide, where it's like my culture and WWE, it's like it's all in one. And so I've always wanted to show up and be just unapologetically me. Every single time you see me in the ring, I call myself the EST of WWE, which means I'm the strongest, the fastest, the roughest, the toughest, the quickest, the greatest, the best.
Yes.
And I just shine the brightest. And I just want to, tell everyone to never dim your light for anyone else. Just be unapologetically you, and showing up as you is simply enough.
Yes. What are your workouts like now? Because you went from powerlifting to CrossFit to track and field to hurdling. Like, what are your workouts like as a WWE superstar?
Well, everything I've done actually ties into what I do now.
Right.
Like, I never imagined myself being a WWE superstar, and now I can't imagine myself being anything other than a WWE superstar. And looking back on my life, I see, running track and gymnastics and cheerleading and basketball and powerlifting and CrossFit. It all has molded me into being this WWE superstar. So I'm able to pull from my background. And I'm able to lift girls up over my head because I still power clean and press in the gym. I lift lots of weights. And
really?
I can turn flips in the ring. Because,
What's your max?
Oh, in what? What are we talking about?
Oh, squat.
Oh, so I haven't maxed out in squat since my freshman year in college, but it was like 350.
Oh, nice.
That was like almost
You don't have
over
to say
10
like,
years
it's
ago.
fine. You're still young, baby.
But I do a lot of I lift a lot of weights.
Yeah.
I train almost every day as well as being on the road. I love being in the gym.
Yeah. So tell us about this belt.
So this is the Raw Women's Championship. I am the Raw Women's Champion.
Yes.
Thank you. I defeated Becky Lynch at WrestleMania 38 this past April to become Raw Women's Champion.
Yeah. How does that make you feel? Like you're like, not only are you good, but you're like the best.
I mean, I strive to be the absolute
Best,
best
like you
version
said.
of myself. No,
Right.
It feels amazing to be champion, to know that, I'm a role model and I'm kind of, the face of the company. And I always think about how my role models impacted my life
Yeah.
as a kid, and they are the reason why I am where I am now. So to know that I'm having that impact on other people, it's just an amazing feeling. I take this responsibility very seriously.
Very seriously. Of course, we are here celebrating the MEAC Swag Challenge presented by Cricket Wireless. And you actually bought an HBCU band on and doing your interests. Why did you want to include an HBCU band? What was that like for you?
I've ever since I got into WWE, that was like my main goal, was to bring an HBCU band out with me.
I love
it. Growing up, it was like nostalgia for me. My high school band actually mimicked an HBCU band.
Okay.
So that was always like my childhood. I actually lived right around the corner from my high school, and I would hear the band practicing every night, and so I grew up on that. So when WrestleMania happened, I'm on the grandest stage of them all. I talk about showing up, being unapologetically me, showing up my full self, and I was like, how else can I show up and bring the culture to WrestleMania on the greatest stage of them all? And it was bringing an HBCU band out with me, and they showed up and they showed out.
I know that made you feel
amazing.
I know that made you feel so good.
It was a vibe.
Yes. You know what? Speaking of it's a vibe, I saw you jamming to hey girl, I saw you jamming to 2 Chainz. What's your setup music when you about to go out and fight? I mean, and wrestle.
I'm kind of all over the place.
That's cool. Let me know.
I love me some Beyonce.
Who don't?
That new album is on.
Oh, it's
repeat.
so good.
I'm a big
Comfortable in my skin.
Yes.
Cozy with who I am. Come on. Okay.
I love it. I love J. Cole.
Okay.
But I love Meg. I love Cardi. But when I work out, I love working out to gospel music,
really?
Like Kurt Franklin, because I be going through it when I work out. So it's like those are the songs that get me through it when I'm like struggling on my workout.
So you need a little Jesus while you're working out. I absolutely love it. Well, you've been talking about being such an influence to young girls, and you have one of your biggest fans here, and I want to just bring her to the stage. Come here, baby. Come here. Come on. You know you got to be ready. Y'all give it up.
I love her.
Hi. Go give your baby a hug. I know y'all been hugging all day, but I just wanted to show you how you can be just like Bianca one day. Do you want to wrestle one day? Come to the microphone.
Yes.
You do? What's your name?
Lauren.
Say it again.
Lauren.
Nice. So what do you want to say to Bianca and how she's influenced your life?
That she's the best in WWE.
Yes, that she's the best in WWE. All right, give it up for Lauren. Thank you so much. I wanted to bring her up here. She's been hanging on and I just wanted to show her some love because she is showing you so much love. Does that make you feel so warm and fuzzy inside?
Yes, it's my favorite thing. It's just to see all the little girls that look up to me, and I just want them to know that she's an EST too. She's the brightest and the smartest and the prettiest. So everybody has a little EST within them.
Absolutely. And you have a program, Girl Up. So I have a similar program called Sporty Girls, where I encourage girls to participate in non-traditional sports, swimming, soccer, tennis, golf, and lacrosse. So it's very similar. Tell us a little bit about your program and your initiatives.
Well, I played sports all throughout my life. It's the reason why I am here today. And I always want to encourage girls to get into sports. And not even if you're going to go and be a professional athlete, but women in sports, it just encourages leadership, discipline.
Yes.
It encourages so much, and it provides a skill set in women that they can use inside sports and outside of sports. So I'm all for girls participating in sports.
Absolutely. What do you do on your downtime? I know you're married. And y'all do interviews together. He's in the sport as well. What is that like, being married to somebody that does the same thing that you do? I don't think I could do that.
Well, I'm on the road more than I am at home.
Okay.
So I'm blessed to do what I love with the person that I love. I don't think that I could do this if I wasn't with someone that wasn't in this business.
Okay.
We don't have an off season.
Oh, wow.
So we're on the road almost 4 or 5 days a week traveling.
Wow.
So I'm with him all the time. I love traveling with him. I love working with him. We go through the highs and the lows together.
Okay.
He's so full of energy and joy. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I need a little break.
Right.
But no, I love working with him, and we spend time together inside the ring, outside the ring.
Yeah.
And when I'm not in the ring, I sew. I make all of my gear.
You do.
Everything that I wear in the ring, I sew myself. I was just sewing last night for our premium live event coming up, Clash at the Castle.
Wow.
It's going to be in Cardiff.
Right.
So I'm sew on my off time.
Did you
And
sew that outfit?
This one I didn't. No.
Oh. Okay, just the things that you wear on stage.
Just the things I wear on. Yeah.
And
in
when
the
did
ring.
you learn how to sew? When you were a young girl,
When
or
I was a kid, I used to, just sew small things, and I used to make my track team's uniforms. And when I got into CrossFit, was really when I started making my own outfits.
Yeah.
And I learned through YouTube and just trial and error. Like, I don't know the proper way how to do it. I never took a class. It's just trial and error.
Yeah.
And when I went to the ESPYs last year, I ran out of time of trying to find a dress. So I was like, let me try to make a dress. So I made my dress for the ESPYs. It's just trial and error. So
you saving money around
yeah.
here.
But I started maybe 6 years ago, really, like, I got my first sewing machine 6 years ago.
Wow. Wow, that's fantastic. Now, you talk about being creative. How long does it take to get that braid in your hair? Did you go on YouTube to figure that out?
It's a task. But it doesn't take me as long as it used to. I've gotten used to it now, but I always have a headache. I'll say that. This thing is
Really?
heavy.
And you use it in the ring as a weapon?
Yeah, but only, so my number one rule in the ring is do not touch my hair.
Oh, I love it.
Do not touch my hair. But
You're giving a black girl precedent out there.
But they be trying to touch it and pull it. So that's when I have to pull it out and whip them.
Oh, nice. I love it. So what's next? So you're on the road, obviously, but what's next for you? When can we see you again, and how can we continue to support you?
We will. We have a premium live event. It'll be on Peacock.
Okay.
It'll be at Cardiff, Wales. It's Clash of the Castle, September 3rd.
Nice.
I'll be in a 6-man tag. And it's going to be a fun event, but you can see me every Monday on the USA Network. I'm on Monday Night Raw, 8 o'clock every single Monday.
Nice. Fantastic. Can we give it up for this beautiful woman?
Thank you.
Who is doing fantastic inside the ring and outside the ring. Continued success to you, Bianca.
Thank you.
All the love to this cool person, right? Can we show some love again? Thank you all so much for being here. I am Rashan Ali, and that is my time today. Y'all just stay cool and be cool right here on the Cool Soror Podcast.